Well, this is going to be confusing. So yeah, this is Disgaea 5. I actually really enjoy this game. I love it and don't like it for the same reasons, pretty much. There's so much stuff to do in this game, and it can be very overwhelming, definitely considering it just throws it at you and you got to figure it out on your own, which the freedom is actually a plus for other people, and in others it's not, so it's very subjective type of thing. What matters is the content that is packed into this game is actually very good, and for people that like a turn-based strategy game like Final Fantasy Tactics, you obviously very much enjoy and appreciate a game like this.
Thanks.
One of the first things you can actually do is go to the recruiter, and as you fight against characters in the game and beat them and capture them, then you're able to unlock them as a base form of a class, and you can recruit one of them, name them, and increase a little bit of stats, and then they join your crew, which you have a limited amount of crew you can keep with you at any time. There is a lot of classes in this game. I've probably put in about 35-40 hours in this game, and I'm pretty sure I don't have 20% of the classes are unlocked, but I got some of the DLC ones. This edition I'm playing is the complete edition of Disgaea 5, which is pretty much the only version you can find anyway. And it's only, I believe, $40 now. Whenever I bought it, it was $60. But anyway, it comes with all the DLC characters. But yeah, you can recruit somebody and then they join your team, and once they're on your team, they can level up like that, where you can see the level. They can go all the way from level 1 all the way to level 999. I believe it's 900, yeah. But also they have weapons and their armor, so you can actually pick up items throughout the game while you're playing. They drop items, or completing a certain mission will give you items, which is good enough on its own. That's cool, right? But also you can see that little bar over there on the right, which you can fill up with attributes attached to every item. How do you get those boosts? Well, you take your items over here,
I'm sad.
and you're actually able to take items that you have already. Like, you find the item that you're not using, you can go over here and you can take off these boosts that are on items that you're not using and place them over here, and then you can go over to your equipped items. See, these are equipped to my people. So for instance, one of her armors doesn't have anything equipped to it, so I can go over here and take this, which give me increased poison resistance. So something like that. So there's just in that much, there's so much customization, but there's more. You can go over here into Item World. What is Item World? Well, you jump inside of one of your items. So if you want to level up one of your items that you have to unequip the item. So let's just say you want to level up this replica sword. You can actually go inside of your weapon and go up levels. So you just do the regular typical fights you would do in story mode, but instead you're in a small little place where you do simple objectives and you travel floors through your item to level up your item. But this would be a good opportunity to be able to show you what you can do in the game. So you select your characters and they come out on the field, and you have the option to move, and you can do a ability like this and hurt every single person. Execute the move. And you can keep on doing this until you run out of people or run out of moves. This character is a little bit ridiculous. And see, if you can't make it to one of the enemies in one turn, you're only limited to a certain amount of move tiles. But you can also go in here and get another character, like her for instance. Go over here, make her, pick her up, and then Toss her. Now she's within range, so she can actually use this ability that was otherwise not be able to be used. This is not what you're going to expect from a character you're going to get early on, but yeah, this is what you can expect. The attacks are pretty over the top. Yeah, I love her. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the combo. You just select your character, do actions, and the fun comes from getting your whole crew out, for instance, and where you actually do a combo of things all at the same time. Alright, and see, I just lined up all of my characters to do one thing, positioned all my characters in one thing before hitting execute. So that way, when I hit execute, I actually kill everything in one go. Oh, that person survived. Oh, didn't matter. But yeah, and it's rewarding you for completing something with combos. You can actually do very long extended combos in this, and that's where the fun comes from for this game, is actually pulling off a chain of abilities throughout your whole team and setting them up. And so if you like micromanaging, that kind of thing, it's very rewarding. The story in this game, which I'll get into.
Don't let anyone die. Can you tell her that? No matter how much you try, those who are with you will all die sooner or later. It has always been like that, right? Hurry up and unleash me, then I can clean everything up for you.
This looks pretty intimidating. This one is decrease accuracy by 20%.
Hey, bro! I said, bro!
Can you stop calling me that?
Why? We're apprentice brothers, so it's only natural for me to call you bro. Anyway, calling you a thief is the biggest blunder I've ever made in my whole life. Please forgive me.
Don't worry about it. I tried to pretend to be his apprentice just so that I could defeat him. I'm in no position to deny being called a thief. Anyway, so you're an apprentice of Goldion?
Yeah. He must have been greatly intrigued by my hidden potential and qualities.
I see. If you were Goldion's apprentice, then you might be able to lift his brainwashing.
Huh? What does that mean?
Kilia, I have confirmed the location of Demon General Bloodus' main base. It's in a place just ahead of us called Infernecro.
Oh, speak of the jabronis! What's the matter? Hurry up and super just bring it!
This is a bit odd. They're being really cautious of us, Cliff.
We injured Demon General Bloodus. Of course they're giving us the VIP treatment.
Bloodus himself isn't here, so that must mean he hasn't fully recovered yet. This is our chance.
Yeah, let's do this.
And they definitely do not hold back on the difficulty on this game, so you're not going to breeze through a game like this first go around. You're going to need to know the ins and outs of the gameplay. They tried to ensure that way you're not just simply able to go through the game and beat it with no thought. No, my heal's not big enough. And yeah, as you use your abilities more often, you get something like this where you're actually able to level up your skill with the person to have a bigger range, so that way you can target multiple allies with ability at once.
You shit.
Sit! Sit!
Flop!
Sit!
I will destroy you!
Okay. Yeah, and if you're standing next to one of your teammates, your normal attack can actually combine with another person's normal attack. Like that. What does that do? Judge, okay.
Don't stand in my way.
See, I didn't even know that about her. But yeah, this is the meat of the game right here. You just have objectives. The levels are completely different from the last levels, and the attributes inside the worlds that you're in change, and it's just this turn-based combat that's very rewarding for those that like a good challenge. But yeah, that's a little example of the story mode. You're gonna be giving dialogue and a little story to go along with it, but the gameplay is pretty much the same, just with little attributes changed. But you have plenty of things to do in this game. There's over here where you can do quests. There's a whole bunch of quests with a whole bunch of rewards. So for the diehards, you're gonna be spending hundreds of hours in this game. For me, and also you can go over here to the shop and actually buy items, and as you can see, they're pretty freaking expensive, definitely considering that you have about like 10 members to give items to. So that's a lot of grinding as well. So, and even something like getting treated after a battle, get treated enough, you get rewards for that. So they got all their bases covered. Here's the squad thing, where you can actually choose, for instance, like the giant killer squad. 3 people on your team will turn into, for 3 turns, will turn into giants whenever they're dispatched in a battle, and able to use items from inside the base panel. If you have them in this, you know, that's the squad thing. There's this over here where it's called interrogation, and you have ability for some characters assigned to one of those squad locations. Then you actually capture people mid-combat and interrogate them, and you can get them to join your crew. But yeah, like I said, the game is very large. There's a lot to do in the game. The only downside for the game for me is that to have some way to be described and shown how to use every single aspect of the game, because there's still lots of little things about this game I still don't understand, but through practice and playing with it, you figure the things out, which so pretty much you create your own pacing for this game. But there is plenty of things to play with in this game, so all things considered, I do really enjoy it.